Hello everyone and welcome you back to another episode of Library of Ruina. So, I know it's been a long time everyone since my last part of this game, but essentially pretty much what happened was in the last episode was we pretty much completed the entire first row of Star of the City. And now as you can see, we've got a lot of abnormality battles that we gotta do. Some of them are pretty tricky. So before we actually get into the abnormality battles though, I've actually created 2 new decks with 2 new combat pages I want to show you guys and girls. So the first one is Lowell's. So we won this guy's combat page in the last video, and essentially I've decided to upgrade Wang. So I've discontinued the Wang's combat page and his deck and pretty much just given it to Low and created a stronger version. So essentially his deck consists of Draw the Sword, Great Light Restoration card. We got 3 Guidance of Gears, which restores 2 light and gains 2 smoke. 2 automated rushes, autonomous rushes. Really good 2-cost card. We got a repressed flesh in there just for defense. And then I'm finishing it off with 3 vapors. As for his passives, we obviously, since this is a smoke build, we had to get in the Sooty Thwack. Pretty much because every smoke build needs a Sooty Thwack. Pretty much a character smoke boosts stagger dealt with attack by smoke by 10%. And then we also got Sire's combat page with Battle Ready and Dark Cloud Blade. Ups the slashing dice power and draws 2 more pages at the start of the act. And then we're finishing it off with an internal combustion engine, which gains a +1 for additional stack when it comes to smoke. Now, the other deck that we've created, we actually have to go to Chessed's floor because we're going to be using it on his combat or his abnormality fight, which is Cecil's. So this one's more of just your traditional fire burn deck. So we got 3 frontal assaults. We got a dagger press, which also allows us to gain haste. Really good card. 2 gale kick. I love gale kick. You pretty much use Gale Kick in all my fire builds. It's a really good card and has a great it has a pretty good evade die as well. And then we also got an emotional turbulence, sturdy defense, and Tio Shenkao. So obviously the cost 3 cards hit really hard. As for Cecil's build, we got in a May page, a Dante page, and a Pamela page. So we got Remain Vigilant in Peace. So when your emotional level rises, recover 25% max stagger, which actually sounds pretty good. And then we also got Emotional Assessment, Information Assessment, which changes a random resistance of an enemy die to normal. And then Wedge, which gives Pierce die +1. Because it is a piercing deck. And there we go, everyone. So we're about to start with Gabra's abnormality. So we're going to go into this fight with Emma, Laurel, Alan, and Bamboo-Hatted Kim. So let's get into it, everyone. Here we go. So this one's called the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. Alright, so I have to say, okay, so this one isn't too difficult. It's more of an annoyance than anything. So essentially how this works is, what you want to do is you want to get rid of all the bodies surrounding him first. Because, okay, so the way this thing works is you want to get rid of all of the little bodies around him first. And then you want to target the main body. Now when you actually defeat the main body, he doesn't die. Because he is essentially just a pile of corpses merged into one. So whenever he dies and gets down to 0 health, his main body gets smaller, but then he ends up like re-summoning all these bodies. It's essentially a situation where you gotta keep defeating the main boss till he gets smaller. So I believe, the way this works is the body he has right now consists of 5 bodies. Then when he gets smaller, it consists of 3 bodies. And then when he gets smaller a 3rd time, but you only have to deal with 5 versions of these ones. It's a bit confusing to explain. Another thing of note is you do not want him to... Sometimes he'll attack his like own body piece, his own bodies. And you do not want him to actually defeat them. Because if he does, I believe he kind of absorbs it into himself. And it just, yeah, here we go. It says, divisible yet addable. He goes back to stage 1. Yeah, so I believe like when he defeats him, he kind of regains health or something. It's been a while, so I don't really remember exactly, but you don't want the main body to defeat the bodies. So, of course, he's also gonna start with a mass individual. So, yeah. So pretty much, this is what he does. So pretty much, he does a horrid screech which attacks us, and then the other 2 pretty much just attack his own bodies. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to use a repressed flesh. Actually, no. Take that back. I'm going to use... Yeah, we're going to use an autonomous rush. And a guidance. Yes, pretty much we just want to attack the bodies and get rid of them. Hit them with the extract fuel. Then the Moulinet should be enough to finish this one off. Alright, there we go. So as you can see with the bodies, there's no point in trying to stagger them. You just want to like get rid of their health. Alright, here we go. Damn, that's a nasty scream. Alright. Alright, we're doing pretty good so far. Yeah, so he also attacks the bodies as well. As you can see, he ended up regaining it. Whoa. Okay. This is new. I don't remember him doing this. This is probably why we did not want him to absorb the bodies. Okay, okay. Okay, so all of the bodies are back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we might as well just target alright, there we go. We will, however, try to protect Yeah, we will, however, try to protect bamboo-hatted kid. Alright, there we go. Alright. Come on. There we go. But here's the problem. Now, yeah, so it's regressed. Okay. So the good news is now the main body is weaker. So, alright. So again, we're just going to continue. Alright, so we're going to do that. That. And that. Alright, hit him with a weight up. Yeah, and Gigi. Alright, there we go. Now, hopefully, we can finish it off without any complications. Like, lowering, like, the body mass has made it weaker, which is good. Instincts. Oh, I like that. Okay. Alright, again, we just continue with what we're doing. Yeah. So, in doing this battle, I've realized something. What you probably want to do, and I wish I did this sooner, is I think you probably just want to, like, go for, like, the main body in the beginning. Try to get it down as quickly as possible. Try to get it down as quickly as possible. And then once you get to this stage, it's actually, like, really easy. Because I was just like thinking, like, how the hell am I going to get out of this? Like, this is impossible. But, like, once the body mass decreased, it's actually become a lot easier to manage now. See, a part of me thought I actually had to, like, get rid of, like, all the bodies around him to lower his mass first. But that's actually not the case. Alright. And then, yeah, after this, we pretty much got one more stage left. Alright, there we go. Yeah. So now... Yeah, so now, like, the main body's gone. We just got to deal with the side pieces. Alright, there we go. There we go. And there we go. Alright, he's down. Oh no! I've lost one of my people. I lost another one. Oh, but that's pissed off Gabriel in a huge way. Okay, forceful gesture gigging. We're gonna use alright, there we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, thank God for repressed flesh. And also the fact that neither one is moving on this turn. Alright, there we go. Come on, just one more body. Oh, we did it, but that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Damn. Oh man, that was close. What's up, Gabriel? It's been a while.
そうみたいだ。カーリーと私が完全に同一人物だとも思えないし。
赤い霧自体と今の違いは何なんだ？
私はエゴを自由に使って戦った。
Really? See, she used to freely wield all the power.
きっと都市では唯一の人物だっただろうな。心に感化される武器と鎧。誰がこんなものがあるって想像できただろうな。今はそのエゴを
Is that why her massive sword has an eye in it?
師匠たちはエゴを使えるんだろ？
それはそうだ。でも完全にエゴを統制して戦うわけじゃない。
We need to be careful, become abnormality.
しばらく借りるんだ。幻想体から。
Yeah.
だから俺たちは幻想体という化け物から力を借りてエゴを使用してるってことか。
ああ。まともに使える状態じゃない。
赤い霧はそれをまともに使えたのか？
私が振り回していた剣は誰かが抽出したエゴだったけど、着ていた鎧は
Like that sword was freaky. What kind of sword has a giant eye looking out?
それが私に大きな力を与えてくれた。
なあ、知るわけないよな。心に感化される武器と鎧だなんてなすすべもなくやられていったんだろうな。
そんな便利なものってわけでもない。文字通り精神に感化されるからむしろ食われることもあるんだ。
Yeah, so for those of you who've forgotten what the ego is, essentially, if you remember back what happened with Philip and how he was able to like transform and stuff, that's essentially ego. But in his case, the ego kind of took over him. And so he became an abnormality. In our case, we're able to use it without being taken over, so we can like transform it into weapons and stuff.
食われたらねじれが発生するのか？
It's how we're able to wield like combat pages and essentially be other people.
多分そうなるだろうな。エゴを使うたびに誰かが私に話しかけてくるような気がするんだ。
Yeah, and I guess we don't give into that voice.
その言葉は私にとってすごく必要ではあるけど、聞きたくないって気もする。
Yeah, I gotta say something, like that battle with the bodies has told me that I'm probably gonna discontinue Bamboo Hatted Kim pretty soon because he was getting his ass whooped. And since we're about to like come up to a whole bunch of fights where characters can use like mass combat pages, singular strike probably won't be helpful anymore, so I'm probably going to discontinue him soon. I just don't know when.
気を失えば飲み込まれて流されるような気がするんだ。
俺にはよくわかんないな。ここで使うエゴはお前の言う通りアンジェラが調整してるやつだろうし。
外の人たちがエゴを使った時が心配だよ。
そんなすごい装備は誰からもらったんだ？
Yeah, please tell me. We want some of that.
カルメン。
人々を治療するために研究を進めたって人だな。
あ、カルメンは巣の出身だったけど、裏路地、巣を問わず、そんじょそこらで熱弁を振るってた。
Interesting.
私が見た時には、もうじき死にそうだなと思った。
放っとけなくて助けたのか？
そんなわけないだろ。対価なしにボランティアをやるほど純粋じゃないからな。巣の出身のくせして都市の苦痛がわかるわけないのに熱心だなって思っただけだ。都市で繰り返される痛みを終わらせるってデタラメなことで騒ぎ立ててたからな。だから怒りがこみ上げてきた。あんないいとこ育ちのお嬢様に何がわかるのかって掴んで言い放ったよ。てめえが裏路地の痛みをどれだけ知っててそんなことほざいてんだよって。
I'm very curious about this Carmen because we've heard about her a
泣きわ
lot,
めくかと思ったんだが、
but we haven't
む
seen
しろ
her.
カルメンは厚かましくも私に聞き返したんだよな。あなたは巣の痛みについてどれだけ知ってるのかって。巣の痛みについて教えてあげるから自分に裏路地の苦痛を教えてくれって。
Ah, yes. The pain of the rich laugh.
本当に厚かましかったよ。力もなしに出しゃばるのも気に入らなかったし、でもその目と声には力があったんだ。力のない人でも覚悟すれば頭まで十分に切り裂く力を得るって。自分がその力を得られる治療をするって。興味があれば来てくれって名刺を渡してきたんだ。
その時のお前は色を付与される前だったのか？
ああ、2級フィクサーだった。
Grade 2.
2級フィクサーなのにそんなエセ宗教みたいな話に見入られたのか？
いや、逆にそうだからだ。数多くの詐欺師に会ってきたんだが、カルメンだけは違ったんだよ。
I do like these like cutscenes with like the librarians that happen like that interspersed because it actually allows you to like know, like get to know them and like what makes them tick and stuff.
一体どんな人だったんだよ。
Yeah, I want to know. People keep talking about her like she was like this great
だから
woman.
私はカルメンにかけてみることにした。
I'm guessing she isn't talking about Carmen San Diego because no one knows where the hell she is.
この人さえ守り抜けば世界が変わるかもしれないって。私みたいな痛みを味わった人が一人でも少なくなるって。
だから事前事業レベルでフィクサーの仕事をこなしてきたのか。ありえない伝説を生み出しながら色も付与されて。
そんなもんは全部おまけだ。私がやること自体に意味があるから。
やっぱり強いな。そしてバカみたいだ。
そんなこともよく言われた
At
よ。
least we have that in common, Roland.
あれこれ話してくれてありがとう。
タバコでも一本吸ってくか。
大丈夫です。やることがまだ残ってるからね。
Alright, so we've done Gabriel's Abnormality. Now we are moving on to chess sets. We're gonna go in with Dong. I'm gonna go in with Lowell and Alan. Where is he? There he is. Alright. So this next abnormality coming up is really annoying. I hate this one. One of the more gimmicky battles to date. Even I don't really know how fully this works. Okay, so essentially the way this happens is, so from my memory, the road home, she does this ability called Let's Go Together, which applies a yellow brick road to 2 librarians. Now, if the yellow brick road passes through both librarians and ends up connecting with home, then it's an automatic defeat. Because apparently we can't allow them to go home. And so that's an annoying ability we have to stop. So we have to block it. So it at least tells you which 2 librarians you have to block. Yeah. And then it says, after the abnormality attacks towards home has been cancelled twice, use a mass attack. Okay, yeah. And so after that happens, so pretty much what you want to do is, if you also look at the scaredy cat, you actually can't attack the scaredy cat until you've defeated the road home. But what you want to do is you want to block the yellow brick road from connecting to the house. Because if it does, it's an automatic defeat. Now the interesting thing about road home is, I believe once you actually defeat the road home, the scaredy cat actually turns cowardly and becomes fatal to everything. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna block it with the Moulinet. Wait, no, and we gotta switch it. Because it's hitting that one. And then it's targeting her, so we're gonna do a gale kick. And a frontal assault. And then the others can just attack her as normal. There's like no point in going up against the cat as it is now. Alright, there we go. What's this mean? Yeah, what does it say? Alright, come on. Here we go. Home that cannot be reached. This counter goes up whenever the page is targeting the home is cancelled. If it reaches 3, you can use a powerful combat page. Alright, yeah. So pretty much the main essence of this fight is you gotta block the yellow brick road from making its way to the house. Because it's an instant game over if it succeeds. Alright, yeah, we blocked it. We just gotta keep targeting her. And then, yeah, so this thing hits really hard. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, the battle is lost if the attack hits. Okay, so alright, so we need to block it. We're gonna use Vapor. Yes, we're gonna use Vapor there. Then we're gonna use Sturdy Defense. Yeah, Sturdy Defense. And then we wanna counter that one. We cannot let it hit home. Okay, we're gonna use 4 to 4, so we're gonna use Prod the Weakness along with an Extract Fuel. There we go. Alright. We blocked it. This damn cat! Oh damn, I got staggered. No! She hit it! It's over! Yeah. Probably do a Sturdy Defense there to like protect. And then just clash against that. Alright, I think I should be good now. Like, the massive problem... Come on. There we go, we got her. The massive problem was always this damn cat. Alright. After this, he should turn into a scaredy cat. And that makes the battle a whole lot easier. We're gonna go gleaning. There we go. And the rest of the battle should be pretty easy. Yeah, so pretty much your aim is to just get rid of the road home. So essentially what I do is just have everyone just attack her. When she brings up the potential like road home cards. So you can't redirect attacks. All you can do is pretty much clash with what she does. So you pretty much clash with those two. And then if you successfully clash, the third one won't hit. The problem though ends up being the other cat. So you just gotta try to like hope that he spreads his attacks out evenly and doesn't just like kill you instantly. And then once that's done, he pretty much becomes a cake. Like so. Man, I hate that battle. And wow, we still got 2 more to go.
Hey, 何してるんだ?
コーヒー豆を選別してるんだ。これが思ったより手がかかるんだよね。
He loves his coffee.
俺もアンジェラも、そしてロボトミー社の職員たちもゲストと同じように選別されたんだ。個人がどんな欲望を抱いていようが、属した社会で下へ間引き落とされるだけ。見えない巨大な暴力が個人を縛っているんだ。
人と人が触れ合って生きるには規則が必要なもんだ。むしろそんな規則すらないとめちゃくちゃになるんだよな。
規則が必要だっていうのには同意するよ。 でもな、裏路地の組織であれ、フィクサーであれ、翼であれ、人の犠牲を前提にして作った規則なのにね。
追って追われて奪われるのが当たり前なんだよ。
Yeah, big game of cat and mouse.
どうしようもないことに頭抱えたって。お前ほんと変わってるな。
君が経験した苦痛と喪失もどうしようもないことなのかい？君は都市の話を淡々と話す。そうであるしかないと言いながら、本当に興味がないからかな。それとも頑張って不合理さから目を背けてるのかな。
そうだな。俺たちはただ大きな波にさらわれるだけだから。ただ水の流れるままその上を素早く流れていけばいいんだ。
ローランも逃げるのに忙しいんだね。俺は巣の出身なんだ。
だと思ったよ。
それもみんなが羨むお金持ちの家で生まれたんだ。
So he had one of those nest tragic backstories that Carmen was talking about.
育つ環境であれ何であれ、未来に対して心配する必要すらないのに。
すんげえエリートでいらっしゃったか。
でしょう。俺なら A 社に入社してそこでも定石の一つに座るくらいわけないってみんな期待してたんだ。実際俺の姉や弟たちは簡単に翼へ入社したんだよね。人々が説に入りたいという翼は俺にとってはあまりにも当たり前のことだったんだ。俺はどうしてそんなつまんない会社に入社しようと必死なのかも理解できなかったし。
そんなすごい家柄だったのか？
うん。そんな家で生まれたんだ。
So his first laugh was
ダニエル
Daniel.
は。でも運命ってのが本当にあるのかって具合に縁もゆかりもないと思ってた裏路地に足を踏み入れることになったんだよね。
金持ちのボンボンが逃避行でもしたのか？
それならロマンチックだったと思うけど、その辺
What?
歩いてて
He
誘
is
拐されたんだ。
kidnapped by who?
知ら
裏路地の人でもなく巣の人。その上金持ち
That's
に
crazy.
するとか。よっぽどでかい組織がイカれたやつだったんだろうな。
それが実はカルメンとカーリーだったんだ。
Excuse me? Why?
赤い霧がやったならまあ納得するしかないな。
Huh.
気がついたら
Are you
二人
sure
で
you
口
didn't
喧嘩をして
actually
たんだよ
like
ね。
fall into their car when they drove away without suspecting that you were there?
カーリー、あなたは昔から人の顔が見分けられないだとか、
Oh,
カルメンがまともに説明しなかったとか。
that's hilarious. It's like, hey, we want ransom money for this kid that we just stole. Oh, you want a description? Well, he has blue hair. Hello? What? You wanted the one? What? It was the green-haired one all along? Damn it! We kidnapped the wrong kid. We should have kidnapped Netzak when we ended up kidnapping Chesshead. The inhumanity! And then I'm assuming they end up kidnapping Netzak later on, and that's how he ended up joining too.
聞いてたら思わず笑っちゃったんだよね。なんかの漫才かと思ったよ。
Yep. Thank you. I'll be taking commissions later on. I got way more comedy skits up my sleeve.
人間違いか？完全に間抜けかよ。
でしょう。あの二人まともに見えて天然だったんだよね。話を聞いたらカルメンの研究費で詐欺を働いたやつを捕まえようとしたって言ってたんだけど、カーリーの目には
Excuse me?
俺が詐欺師に見えたみたい。
But what? When you were a kid?
俺は適当に謝ってもらって帰れると思ったんだよ、元いた場所に。でもカルメンが本 当にずうずうしく、どうせこうなったんだからちょっとだけ自分を手伝
Man,
って
the
ほ
more
し
I
い
hear
って
about
言
this
った
common,
ん
the
だ
more I
よ。
want to meet her. She sounds awesome.
俺みたいなお金の匂いがする人が隣に立ってくれるだけで役に立つって。俺はうっかり流されて、分かったって言ったんだ。何をするかと思ったんだけど、裏路地のどこかで演説をしてたんだよ。
裏路地でたわごとを言う奴らは大勢いるし、変な光景ではないだろうな。
うん。俺を横に立たせといて、なんて言ったと思う？私たちはみんな疲れていて、心に病気を持っている。一緒に克服できる人を募集するって。曖昧な話ばかり並べ立ててたんだよ。
まったくのたわごとだな。
でも、そのデタラメな話をすごく堂々と熱心に話してたんだ。みんなチラッとだけこっちを見て、そのまま歩いて去っていったのにね。カルメンは俺が見てきた人とはとても違ってたんだ。誰も行かない道を行こうとする人の目と声をしていた。こんな人が世の中にいるのかと思ったな。そうやってちょっとした演説が終わって、カルメンは俺を見送
Well,
って
that
くれ
was
た。
kind of her.
そして帰る途中で初めて見聞きした。俺が住む世界とはあまりにも違う。カルメンとカーリーは裏路地でどんなことが起こってるのか、そして巣の人はどれだけ無意味に搾取されているのかを。その日巣に帰ってきてからわけのわからない罪悪感で。
世間知らずのボンボンが中途半端な正義感に目覚めたのか。
そう、中途半端かと言われると中途半端だったね。
ただ運のない一日だったなって思って日常に戻ることもできたはずだろう。
それもそうだね。だからね、カルメンの研究チームに俺入っちゃったんだよね。
そんな簡単に？家庭が抜けてるぞ。
もちろん家の中で色々と問題はあったけど、俺の能力をみんなのために使いたかったんだ。
Well, obviously, because they pretty much thrusted him into it and gave him a sense of purpose and belonging.
もっといい世界を作りたいっていうのは本心だったんだ。
今の君にもその気持ちがちょっとは残ってるのか？
うん、まだ残ってる。そし
It
て
seems like he's got a
正し
noble
く変えたい。
heart.
この次があればの話だけどね。
みんな君みたいに心の余裕があるとは思うなよ。君がそんな贅沢なことを言えるのも全部豊かな人生を送れたおかげだからな。じゃあ俺はこれで。
Alright, there we go. We've done Chessed's abnormality. Now it's time to do Binah's abnormality. And unfortunately, she is still drinking her endless supply of tea. So she will not help us out in this fight at all. Alright, so for this one, we're going to go in with Dong, Lowell, and Alan. Damn that Binah and a tea drinking. Alright, so this one's Big Bird. So I don't really remember this one, so I gotta. Alright, so Enchanted. Big Birds cannot be reduced by librarians. Okay. Dazzle. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember the Dazzle. After in which it's enchanted. Is enchanted a copy of. Oh, okay, yes, I remember now. I think. Yeah. Okay, yes, I remember this. And we're back, everybody. And so I've been like fiddling around with this, what do you call it? This, abnormality for a bit now. And I think I figured out what we're supposed to do. So what we're going to want to do is have everybody target one of the chicks. Because I saw that apparently the one that defeats the chick ends up getting an abnormality. Special combat page that can stagger big bird to the librarian that defeats this character. Alright, so we need to get rid of the chicks. And we're going to want to do that and like before, because next turn the person who's, you know, alright. You're kidding me. Really? Wait. Alright, so that one's forced to die. What does Birdcage do? On hits. Alright. Break a speed, die, and then target. Yeah. Okay. So, we're gonna... And this one will target this one. Alright, here we go. Now, it should give us Lullaby. Yeah, and there goes that librarian. Okay. Dazzle. Alright, what does this do? If used against Big Bird, falls asleep, next scene becomes staggered. Okay. So we end up losing our bird cages. Okay. So... Alright, so we're gonna have to use it against Dazzle. Yeah. And then here we'll just continue. To attack. Okay, now it's asleep. Everything is fatal. Alright. Okay, it's gonna try and dazzle me again. Okay. Gonna use it again. there's nothing else like the other one can do. Okay, yeah. Alright. Now it's asleep again. Alright, we're gonna do that. Will of the prescripts. And a weight up. Right? We're getting him. We're doing it. The problem is, how many more lullabies can we use? We got one left. Alright. So we're gonna use the lullaby. And that's all we're gonna do. Alright, yeah. And now we've got to defeat him here. Okay, Molinet. Class and respect. Well, with this one, extract fuel, mend weapon, and dagger press. Let's hope it's enough. Okay. Come on. Yes! We did it. Man, that was close. But we achieved victory. No thanks to Binah, by the way. Damn tea drinking junkie.
聞きたいことが多い顔だな。
Oh, there you are. Have you done drinking your tea yet?
まず席について茶でもお上が
Oh,
り。
great. We can drink it faster together.
こんな場には慣れてないんだけどな。
すべての物事には慣れていくものだよ。お前の見る図書館はどのような場所だ？
またその質問か？前にも言ったじゃんか。そうじゃないならおかしくでもなったのか？
見つめるものはいつでも変わるものだよ。
ああ、そうそう。また答えてあげるよ。
So, what do you normally do when you're not drinking tea, Binah?
前は大げさに闘技場やらなんやら言ったけど、図書館はただ人が死ぬ極めて正常な都市の一部だ。
そうか。
紅茶はコーヒーとまた違う味わいがあって悪くないな。
茶葉の苦痛がこもっているからだ。
まだ信じられないけど、お前は頭の調律者だったって？
Yeah, even I'm like struggling to believe that she is like the top government official.
いかにも。
調律者に会って聞きたいことがたくさんあったんだよ。
私が答えると思うのか？
まったく。それに本当に調律者ならどうしてじっとしてるんだ？
Yeah, I mean, what's with all the tea drinking and the not helping me out?
私は見守るだけだ。調律者としての私は早いうちから手放したままでな。
ただ見守るだけだって。そう言ってる割には素直にアンジェラを助けてるみたいだけど。
私に与えられたことをこなすのみ。
それなら頭が知っている都市の秘密を教えてくれってアンジェラが命令すれば。
答えぬことが分かっているゆえ試みすらしないだろう。
So she can at least think for herself.
いや、もしかしたら私が知らない間に
I'm
試み
also
たのか
pretty
もしれ
certain
ない
that the
な。
arbiter that was sent that killed everybody in their first lives in Carmen was most likely Binah. Because otherwise, how else did she get involved in this mess?
俺がこの場でお前を殺して本にするというなら
Ooh. Well, I don't think we want to test that. Binah's pretty strong.
そしてお前が知ってる全てを引き出すっていうなら
唐突だな。相当な敵意が感じられる。
She lacks that. She lacks hostile men.
だからお前は我々と違うのだろう。
陰湿に都会を牛耳っていた奴に対して礼儀をわきまえる必要はないからな。
私によって自身の夢が崩れた人がかつていた。でもその人は私と向き合ってもその向こうを見て憤怒した。目の前にあるものを見ずにいつでも向こうを見ていた。お前とアンジェラは目の前だけを見ているな。
おい、話をそらすな。
非常に鋭い。重くて遅い致命的な毒を含んでいる。私はお前を知っている。
Well, the reason why we know nothing about you is because you won't say anything.
私は沈黙するだけだ。そして見
And let
守
me
るだ
guess,
けだ。
drink some more tea.
だから心配はいらない。
お前との話はこれから先も
Damn
平
it,
行線
Binah,
を
you're so
たどりそうだ
useless.
な。
ああ苦痛よ。汝は決して我から離れぬゆえ、我はついに汝を敬うに至る。
私はようやく汝のことが分かった。汝は存在
Oh,
するだ
damn.
け
Are
で
we
も
美しい
reciting a
という
book or something?
もう少し茶をあがってお行き。
Where do you get all this tea from? Why is there an endless amount?
飲む気が失せたんでな。
たまには話し相手になっておくれ。お前と話すことは楽しいな。
嘘つけ。
Alright. Now let's do our final abnormality. Hokma. So, out of all the flaws, the most frustrating, gimmicky fights in like the entire game come from Hokma's flaw. And this is easily like shown by me in this next abnormality fight we're about to have, having to create decks specifically for this battle. So pretty much I've gone with Ujat. So I've gone with Ujat. So what you want to have with this abnormality fight is decks that have a lot of defending or blocking. You want a lot of block down. And so with the other two, I've gone with Gigging, Fuyusaya, and Sturdy Defense. Because the way this works is you deal damage. Okay, so essentially it's one of those stagger resist battles where they dive, they get staggered. And you can't do any damage by attacking. You can only do damage by blocking their dash. Alright, so this one's called the Burrowing Heaven. So as you can see, so the way this works is if a library engages in combat against another character. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, so it says after engaging in combat with the librarian, inflict them with feeble. Now we got the main thing. Becomes active if no thorns are awake. So we've got to get rid of all the thorns first. And then it says, while this character is active, all librarians are inflicted with 10 feeble, which is not good. Takes twice as much stagger damage from deflects. If this character remains active for 3 scenes, a Heaven's Thorn will spawn. Which are these things? Yeah, so essentially, you just want to target. So these things use counter dive, but we've got block dive. So Gonna hit them with the Fuyusuyus and the Giggings. And then we're gonna hit the Forceful Gesture. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, we hit that deflect. Right. Yeah, so the good thing is that while there are these things on the field, that thing stays asleep. Yes, as I said, you want like something that has like really good like blocking, because they take like double damage from it. There we go. Alright, now that he's like... just gonna hit him with the... Alright, there we go. Alright, now this guy will wake up. Never mind? Okay, okay, so never mind, actually. So I think we gotta take out these three ones first. So pretty much, we just gotta do what we did. Just gonna hit with the repressed flash. See, like, look at the amount of stagger damage we do just by deflecting. Alright, just gonna hit him with the gigging. And trust me, like, these Hawkma Abnormality battles get a whole lot worse. Probably just hit him with the deep drag, just be on the same side. Alright, there we go. Now we got one more to go. Oh wait, no. So he's decided to awaken himself now. Alright, so let's see what he says. Okay, so he's going to use a mass attack page. Because on the... Yeah, while it's active, everyone gets 10 feeble, which is not good. Take twice as much damage, stagger damage from deflex. And then if he's remained active for more than 3 turns, he activates another one of these. Alright, let's see. So apparently he's decided not to... Yeah, so for some reason he's decided not to hit his mass combat page, so we're just gonna hit him with all the deflex. And also a deep drag so we can like get some smoke on him. Yeah, so you can understand why we needed to, like, okay, so he's gone back to sleep. Okay. So thankfully they only come kind of like one at a time. But I'm assuming he's gonna wake up next turn, so. Alright, we've almost got him. He's literally got 27 health left. Alright, so this is taking me a while, but I think I figured it out. I had to like, I couldn't do it the first time, so I had to like go out and like switch up my decks to make it more defensive. And so I think we got it good this time. So he's taking a nap now, so we just gotta focus on beating this guy. That's, and yeah. Gotta get the deflections going. Man, this is one finicky battle. See, because the thing is like I realized after like the first few battles that you need to have a very defensive deck because you need to be able to deflect attacks to get the stagger down. But I also realized you can't go too defensive because then when they get staggered, you won't do enough damage to them. Especially this thing, you only get damage like once they're staggered. So that's why I've switched it up and I've gone 2 defensive decks and one that's kind of more attacking but still retains its defensive properties. Alright, so let's just get rid of this thing. Alright, there we go. See, it's the damn feeble that keeps messing me up here. Alright, there we go. Alright, now just back to me and you, tentacled beast. Okay. So he's gonna do the mass attack, so there's no point in worrying about that. We're just gonna... Alright, and then we're gonna hit the sturdy, the seizure chance, and pop it. Actually, no, go with the extract fury. I think with this one, I'll just go with Fury Hide and a Gigi. I just hope the. Okay. So far so good. We're still in it somehow. Ah yes. Just keep getting down that stagger. Once we get him in the resist, should be good to go. Alright. He's almost down. We can taste it. Alright, just gonna do that. I need him with the forceful gesture. And a gigging. And a pop-up blockade. There we go. Come on. We're so close. There we go. Thank you, forceful gesture. Now we just gotta put him out for good. Oh yeah, we should finish him off this time. But as you can plainly see, with how much I struggled here, very finicky battle. And it gets a lot worse. Like, I've never been a fan of Hockman's Abnormality battles. They're just ridiculously complex. Alright, 11 to go. There we go, we got him. About time. Now, I might not seem it because I have to cut down on a lot of the like the moments where I'm trying to figure things out and figure out how to actually win. But those 4 battles essentially took me 3 hours to film. Because it wasn't me just going in and just beating him in like one go. Each battle at least took me a few tries each. Some more than others. This one I actually had to like stop the battle and fix up my deck a bit. And so yeah, you can understand how like these abnormality battles are getting pretty difficult. Roland broke his back trying to prop up the abnormalities. Damn you, Hawkma, why is your abnormality so ridiculously difficult?
他人より年老いてるわけじゃなくてくだらない闇だここの師匠はみんなカルメンという人についてったって聞いたけどお前もその人についてって研究を始めたのか皆がカルメンに追随したが私は他の人に追随した
Interesting. So we finally have someone who doesn't bow at the altar of Carmen.
ロボトミーを立ち上げアンジェラを作ったアインという人がいた
Whoa, hold up. Iron. The scientist who created Angela, who pretty much caused her to hate humanity, I guess.
私は彼を信じた誰もが何かを信じるよう私はその人が行うことが正しいと信じたローランお前は宗教を信じているか
Not really.
いやそもそも都市にまともな宗教があるのかが気になるな
Yeah, unless you want to follow the religion of cannibalism.
規模の大きい宗教だとしてもみんな金に目がないし逆に何しに行くんだよって感じだ聞き方を変えるかお前は何を信じている信じてるもの俺がいつかここから出られるってことを信じてるなそれは望みだじゃあ俺は信じてるものなんかないみたいだなそもそも今すぐの生活にも困ってるのにそんなものを気にする暇がどこにあるんだよ夢であれ望みであれ今すぐ助けてもらえないのにそういうことを考えて振り返ること自体が難しい世の中だそういうお前には信じてるものがあるみたいだな私は先生が望んだ世界が来たることを信じている
And what world is this? This better not be one of those, like, need to sacrifice a bunch of people to create, like, the perfect utopia world. Even though it only ends up being a myth and doesn't actually exist.
この心情から私の行動原理を決定するのだそんなに献身的になれるとかどんな人だったんだよ遠いところを眺めてる人だった届かぬところへ届かんとした人だったそれはカルメンって人も同じじゃないのか違うな
アインさんは悪であっても喜んで
Oh
受
yeah,
け入れよう
and
と
we've
した。
seen that firsthand. So Iron was willing to do whatever it takes. Sounds to me like a villain.
話が出たついでに言うけど、そのアインってやつのこと、俺には理解できないよ。とっくに死んだ人をどんどん無理やり生き返らせて、地下でおままごとをやってただけじゃんか。
ままごとという言葉で例えられるほど軽いことではない。
どれだけすごいことを悟ったのかは知らないけど、その過程は迷惑そのものだな。あんたたちが無理やり第二の生を受けてロボトミーで苦しんだのも、アンジェラがあんなに怒ってるのも、全部そいつのせいだろ。部外者の立場から見ると全くもっていい感じには見えないんだよ。
先生はされども届かんとした。どうにか満たし、すり減る生を絶えんとした。お前は知らないだろう、その犠牲と献身を。
狂信者かよ。信仰は弱い人の目を曇らせるんだよな。
目が曇っているのは私だけではないようだったがな。
おめえよりはマシだよ、この野郎。
Yeah, buddy. Our life can't be any worse than yours, pal. And there we go. We have finally defeated all the abnormalities up until this point. And so, we've been going on for a very long time. Next time, we're actually going to continue with doing some more invitations. Because we've done all the first row, we're now going to be moving into the second row. But we're going to be saving that for next time. So thanks for watching, everyone. And more parts out soon. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see ya.